Cortana, what exactly am I looking at?
That is another Halo.
Say what?
I beat Halo 2 for the first time yesterday, and it's been 19 years since Halo came out. I have never played Halo 2 before that. I think I played multiplayer way back in the day when I was a child, but I have never played the story. And let me say that Halo 2, this is why people say, you should play Halo, bro. You should play Halo right now. This is the game. This is the Halo game. I haven't played 3 yet, so maybe that's also the game, but this feels like the game that got everyone rallied.
Oh my god, it's called Halo 2. Because there's a second Halo. That's so good. Is Halo 3 called Halo 3 because there's a third Halo? Wow. Is Halo Reach called Halo Reach and they reached for another idea? Ooh!
Halo 2, over these past couple days and maybe weeks, I'm not sure how long it took me to beat it, I'm not gonna lie, has been awesome. What an interesting game. I feel like they just did so much more in this game than they did the first one, and it feels so much better. Oh my god, what a good game. Okay, let's start with the story because I'm about to go postal with the story. This story is an experience.
But become the Arbiter, and you shall be set loose against this heresy with our blessing.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here.
Right away, the Arbiter, love that dude. That dude is lit, the best, amazing, wow, awesome, fantastic, badass, cool.
Oh, what? I'm playing as the Arbiter?
We are the arm of the prophets, Arbiter, and you are the blade.
Okay.
Be silent and swift, and we shall quell this heresy without incident.
Okay, easy. Cool blade alien. I do what you wish.
Playing from the enemy team, you've been fighting these guys for so long, and then being part of it, and then starting to readjust your brain to say that, hey, maybe these guys aren't the enemy, these little arbiters, or the elite, sorry. These are my friends.
We make good team.
My friends. Adjusting your brain to do that was such an experience and so cool, and then you're handed an energy sword for the first time, like, right there.
Warriors, prepare for combat!
Finally being able to use that freaking thing, it's like a big in your hand. Okay, no, it's not, but it's awesome. It's like controlling thunder, you know? It's amazing. It's so cool. Also, Master Chief in this game, this is his defining game. This is the game that made Master Chief the legend that he is.
Could we possibly make any more noise? I guess so.
The level of confidence that he conveys throughout the story with whenever he's in the parts is just off the charts. Yeah, I saved the world, no big deal. I don't give a shit. Give me my gun.
I need a weapon.
There's so many cheeseball action sequences where Master Chief's flying into space because he shot himself out of a rocket. Just to go through doors at the last second. And then use some sort of weird one-line quip after he does it.
Chief, when you get to Earth, good luck.
Give me my gun. I had a friend once describe what camp meant, and this is very much camp in the best possible way. We love seeing Master Chief succeed and grow and, you know, dominate. I just want to address the cliffhanger at the end of the game. What the hell was that? They have all this amazing climax building up, like, I guess not climax. This crescendo of story and action and drama and betrayal, all of it just building up, and then the very end, you don't even get the satisfaction of like wrapping everything up in a tight little bow. You just get kind of like a last sequence with the Arbiter where he gets his, you know, just desserts, but it didn't land the way I expected it to. It's almost like they ran out of money at the end of Halo 2 and just like, you know, this is the end of the story now. It would have went on way too long if they just kept going, but, you know, I was so sad. But that makes me so much more excited for Halo 3 because they're going to wrap that shit up in a nice little bow in Halo 3 and it's going to be awesome. I hope.
Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.
That was the end of Halo 2? What? The f***? What kind of ending is that? Why?
The Brutes were super cool in this story. They're so primal and stupid and just strong enough to get all the BS to happen in the story that you want to happen. What an awesome game. I'd love it. I love it so much. We'll move on to some of the enemies this time around.
This is the most challenging hallway of all time. What the f***? Point proven?
I'm going to start with the little flying things. I did not like them. The flying aliens, not about them. They like hover around like little beetles. Nope, not having that shit. That is the most annoying enemy type I've ever faced. They just piss me off. It's just not where I want to be looking. When I'm in a war, I don't want to be looking up at these things zipping around everywhere. And what happens if I have a gun that's just not equipped to fight those things? Like if I have a shotgun and an energy sword, for some reason, don't ask me questions, I can't reach that little piece of shit. He's up there zooming around. I can't hit him. I hate them. But every other enemy design was so well done. The big hulking things from the first ones do return, but you don't face them very often. And when you do see them, there's moments of, I don't know, triumph because you're playing as the Arbiter and those things show up and have your back. It's the freaking best, man. I love it.
The boots.
The Brutes are so intimidating. You want to deal with them first, even though they're the most tanky enemy you see most of the time. If you take too long to kill them, they go into this rage mode where they rush you and then stomp on you. And when they hit you, sometimes it's like immediate murder because you get launched off a platform and then you're dead. Surprise, you're dead. So it's this really weird struggle you have in your brain where you're like, you could kill all the minions to get rid of all the shots coming at you, or you kill the Brute, who's a tank and the hardest to kill, but if you get rid of him, then he's not going to rage on you, which I found that really interesting, and I had to make on-the-fly decisions all the time in an interesting way to make sure that I didn't die from Brutes rushing me or grunts shooting me with their little stupid needlers. Man.
Jesus.
Let's move on to the weapons, because that shit's unreal. There's so much happening. There's like the beam rifle. I don't know if that's in the first one, but I loved it in this game. When I was playing, I was shooting a little beam rifle. You hit a little headshot. Ooh, that's good. That's good.
These guys don't even see it coming.
Let's not let up.
He's gotta see what to do.
The Brute shot, interesting grenade launcher or take on a grenade launcher. It kind of felt like a rocket almost / grenade launcher. It's nice because grenade launchers usually feel bad in most games. You launch a little grenade it bounces around and usually doesn't hit your enemy. But these brute launchers, they definitely hit your enemy. They explode most times on impact, which is awesome, and I like it, and I'm about it. Good addition. You did good stuff, Bungie. They added the energy sword. Finally, this is the game where it shows up. What a powerful freaking weapon. I understand why my friends were always making jokes about it and why the community always makes jokes about the energy sword and how amazing it is, because it just kicks ass. It's literally the best. You pick it up and you're immediately like, wow, I can't go back to shooting guns anymore. I'm a sword guy now. That's my anime growth arc I just did in a Halo video. Don't judge me. Multiplayer, because of this game, has changed fundamentally with the weapons, and thank you Halo 2 for changing the weapons and adding ones that people really appreciate and fans are in love with, because this is the one. The energy sword when you're playing is the Arbiter, where you go invisible and you're like a little stealth mode, you're creeping around, and you slash somebody in the back with the energy sword. Feels so good. So good. There's nothing like it. The vehicles, man, awesome. They had all the ones back from the first one, except they made them all not stupid. The Warthog controls like a car would control that's not on ice all the time. It feels great. The Ghost, they made some like pivotal key changes where you have a booster now, and it floats around and whips around in any direction you want to look at way quicker in, like, again, the best way. And I think all the vehicles are squishier than they used to be, which I appreciate because I don't really like hopping at a vehicle and then knowing that it's not going to be destroyed the entire time I'm in it. I really like that the vehicle collapses and you have to make decisions again on the fly whether to stay in the vehicle, because if it explodes, you explode, or hopping out of the vehicle and not exploding in a fiery death. I like those decisions. It's awesome. The Banshee felt good. It has these evasive maneuver mechanics with a boost, and it's squishier again. I like the squishiness of it. There was points where I was actually afraid for my life in that thing, even though it's a flying death machine. Man. There's tanks. The first sequence where you're driving the Scorpion was just beautiful. The music kicks in. You're driving your little tank through the city, exploding alien ghosts all over the place, where they're blowing up in firework level destruction. Amazing. One of the best sequences in the entire game. I was cackling like a little kid through that whole sequence. It was so good. Being able to control some of the alien ships is really cool too. The alien tanks are alright, but being able to control them is what I would have wanted in a game where you play as an alien. So I am very happy with that. Music is always the best, amazing. I don't really know what to comment on outside of just it's the same level as Halo 1, except maybe stepped up in a couple areas. They've added some weird metal music that I don't like. Maybe it does suit the franchise. I used to always say to myself, like, that's not Halo music when I heard like metal covers of Halo music. It does kind of suit the campaign. You are like this badass warrior in this game that shows up and fixes everything. I'm gonna finish the job. I'm Master Chief. See you later, Colonel. When the meta music kicks in on sequences like that, it doesn't feel out of place. It feels kind of awesome. You feel like a badass when that happens. And I didn't understand why all these metal covers existed, but now I do.
Hey, what's up, guys?
The world design this time around was very cool. There was a lot of like open area sequences where the world felt massive, and there's these little parts where you were navigating it on the inside, And there was little sections where it felt massive and you're like, oh, this is the whole level, and then you go through a tunnel just to get to an even bigger place. It's incredible. And some of the views, I just don't know how they did it. It's amazing when you look out sometimes and see the grandeur of the world. There's so much happening. Looking outside of the spaceship to see a planet just blowing up one chunk at a time, or a fleet land right in front of it and just unleash complete devastation and hell on it. It was so cool just to look out and see that. If I chose not to look up, I wasn't noticing that. That was not happening. Just shooketh.
Wow, it's Trump's one. He did it. He finally did.
I love Halo now. It's so good. I'm gonna have to play Halo 3 because you imagine just leaving it on a cliffhanger like that? That would suck. That would suck so hard. I would hate that. Let's talk about some of the boss battles. There's a couple ones that like felt so built up, like the first Arbiter fight where you're fighting this dude that's creating a rebellion in all of the elites. Unfortunately, that dude was probably, you know, doing the right thing, but we killed him. Oops. He died like so fast. I'm not even saying I was good or something. It's just that I just turned a corner and then he was dead all of a sudden. The boss fight felt cool because he'd throw down these little orb things that would spawn multiples of him, and it was interesting, but unfortunately I didn't see any of that because he just killed himself when I wasn't looking. I guess he really gave up hope on the elites and the rebellion that he started. So that's a lesson for all of you. Don't give up before you get off the ground, because you might actually be onto something, but if you give up too soon, you'll never see that to fruition. Philosophy. The other one that comes to mind, I guess, is the final fight with the big brute that's all done up in white fur. That was epic too, because you have all your army pouring in and trying to take this guy out, but they're just getting massacred. They go in, they die, the end. And that made him feel really intimidating, especially real time. And he has this crazy shield on him. I figured out how to kill him, I'm pretty sure, by just launching brute shots at him over and over and over again. And that worked. He's dead. He died. It wasn't that big of a deal once I figured out. I just had to kind of sit in the back and launch things at him. So the boss fights were just kind of okay. I don't know why I made a category about this, but deal with it. It's here now. I did that. Oops. I think Halo 2 is really hard to talk about because I don't know what makes it amazing. When I'm talking about it, there's things that I had issues with and things that I've just fell in love with. But I think what really gets me for Halo 2 is just the feeling of it. It just feels so passionate. Every single section feels like someone poured their heart into it and loved it. Every car feels great. Every gun feels awesome. Okay, except for the alien carbine. That thing sucks. Don't use it. It sucks balls. I just feel like there's just so many little things all around that you notice and you're just like, wow, that's awesome. There's just so many little things happening that I absolutely adore and love and noticed while I was playing, and it's just so cool. Okay, new category. I forgot about this dude, but we're making a new category for him. The worm thing. What the hell is that?
What is that?
Hey, it's Fred! And it's really nice out, so I think I'm gonna go swimming later.
Is that the Flood? What is he? He just picks up Master Chief and the Arbiter and just sends them off to go do things. And everyone just goes along with it. What the hell is that shit? When did a worm become part of Halo? Like a giant worm. One with tentacles and stuff. Why are we all just playing that off cool like it's just something that happens? I have never ran into a giant worm that can pick me up by my feet. But like, if I did, I would not be listening to commands from it. I'd be trying to run the F out of there or blow it up with fire. I don't know. But the fact that the Arbiter and Master Chief just go along with it is so bizarre and weird. And what the hell is that shit? I liked it. I'm into it. I like the giant word tentacle dude. He's interesting. But what is he?
A talking worm god. met up with the Arbiter. We're good pals now. What the f is this game? This is insane. Excuse me, boys. I'm thinking about talking to my giant warp god. What the f? And you know what? I'm just gonna call it quits there. That's it for the day. My brain can't take much more beyond that. I'll pick this up tomorrow once I've slept on the wise words of the worm. Dear God.
What the hell's going on? Who ends a plot like that? Why do you just let Cortana talk to this worm dude and just, you know, tell me to f off? Because of all this, I understand why people were so amped up and excited for Halo 3. Halo 3 and Halo Reach were like huge high points of the Halo franchise and people being excited. And I played so many hours of Halo 3. I'm so excited to play the campaign. I've played hours and hours and hours of Halo 3 multiplayer without ever delving into the Halo 3 campaign. And I just don't know what the context is for any of this now. And I'm very excited to see what Halo 3 does. If I was to rate my experience that I've had so far and what my thoughts are on the rest of the series moving forward from here, I'm just filled with passion and excitement. Halo 2 was such a great experience, and I think that everyone should have tried that if they have any interest in Halo. Halo 1 is great, but Halo 2 is greater. Halo 1 walked so Halo 2 could run. It's so impressive all around and brings everything together in this amazing experience. And moving into Halo 3, I'm so pumped up, and that's thanks to Halo 2. So if you haven't played Halo 2, oh my god, what are you doing, man? Like, it's been 18 or 19 years, dude. Like, I took this long, but you don't have to. Why are you watching my video before playing this effing game? It's so good. Remember to like, subscribe, and never use an alien carbine ever. Ever, ever, never, ever. It is so bad. But if you hit that notification bell, you may never have to use that shitty alien weapon ever again. I have new stuff coming up on the channel this week. I have a lot of stuff planned. I have a couple videos filmed. I just have to edit them. I'm busy, you know? Also, I didn't turn my light on, so I'm probably doing this whole video in shadows and still have a stupid cold. What is my life? What is going on? If you haven't seen my Halo 1 video, I did a video about Halo 1. I played it for the first time ever, like, just like this one. But it's about Halo 1 and my first experiences with it. What am I doing? Why haven't I played Halo recently? I don't know. I haven't played Halo ever in my life. I just played multiplayer at friends' houses. I never owned Halo. I didn't own an Xbox, okay? I'm not a Microsoft dude. I was a PlayStation dude.
Yes. Earth.
Anyways, I'm done ranting. Bye. Fuck you, Danny.